All right. Well, I just finished taking the Jimmy for its maiden voyage, and I almost died. All right, guys. I am Crank Addict, and yeah, that was a pretty scary ride. This wasn't quite what I was expecting. I've had an 86 Suburban diesel for years, and I love the way it drove, but this was very different. One thing I changed is the exhaust. I put a couple of bullet mufflers on this truck, and although they're twice as long as most bullet mufflers, well, I was hoping the length would calm the noise down a bit. Didn't happen. This thing is as loud as 10-inch glass packs. So yeah, it's pretty loud. I don't think I can drive around with it like this all the time. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I also had some problems with the transmission. It didn't want to shift in the right spots. It seemed like it shifted too high and kind of hard. I don't mind the hard shifts, but we'll see how it does. You know, the engine's having some management issues as well. I don't know if the GM computer needs to learn a little bit more. I do have a stage, I think 2 truck cam in this Jimmy, so it's a little rowdy, but I thought the stock computer could handle it. We will see. I may have to get this thing tuned. I was hoping not to, but when I sent the computer off to that guy, who is it? EFI Tune or something like that? LT1 Tune, something like that. Anyway, he thought the cam was borderline as far as being able to run a factory computer, so he may be right. I may have to get it tuned. But the big problem was the suspension. Oh my gosh. When I was driving this thing around, my road's pretty curvy out here in Mexico. And it seems like every time I'm cornering, I'm turning the steering wheel, it doesn't want to go, then finally grabs and the whole truck sways over. I gotta check this out. I feel like I must have something disconnected or something because it drives so bad. So anyway, let's have a quick peek and let's see what's going on here. All right, well, it's a little dark down here, but I think you guys can see. I don't see anything disconnected or anything. I do have the steering stabilizer removed right now, but that's not a big issue for just driving down the street. Sway bars seem to be hooked up properly. I don't know. I'll have to check the suspension, check the toe in, make sure that's right, but boy, that was crazy though, if that's all it is. There might be a ton of slopping in the gearbox. I have to check the gearbox. Maybe the gearbox is no good. It might be a good time to convert the gearbox to a 2-wheel drive gearbox and then do like the steering conversion where you're steering across. I don't know if this is a good time for that or not. Maybe it is. Got brand new shocks on this thing. What could it be? All right. You guys ever see how the hood finished up? Pretty nice, I think. Got some nice vents there. Yeah, those are 68 Camaro vents that molded into the hood. It was a little trickier than I expected because apparently the Camaro hood has a little bit of a curve to it. And these square body hoods are as flat as my sister's. Oops, I didn't say that out loud. Anyway. All right, well, here's the steering gearbox down here. That might be part of the problem right there. Seems like it's a lot of slop in there. I don't like that. Down here is the adjuster screw to try to take up some of that slop. So I'm kind of looking at how it's moving right now, and it's not quite 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock as far as the movement goes, but maybe 11:30 to 12:30. Does that make sense? So maybe I can take some of that slop out by adjusting that nut. I don't know, we'll see. That's the easy way to work on it. Alright, so I broke that loose. So I want to tighten the hex a little bit here. And see what kind of difference that makes to the steering here. It's still moving quite a bit. Wow, it's way off. Try and do this one-handed for you guys. I don't feel any resistance at all on this hex part. Man, how can it be so bad? Is somebody messing with this or something? Okay, it feels tighter there. Nope, still moving quite a bit. Okay, now it's starting to snug up. That feels better. Thing is, if you tighten it too much, you're going to increase the wear on your steering box. So it's kind of a ballet. I'm going to try that though. Let's see what kind of difference that makes. Okay. All right. Well, I also want to check the alignment on this thing. I don't know if I've ever checked it. Really just a toe-in. These fixed axle vehicles aren't adjustable as far as camber and caster, so all you do is just adjust the toe-in, and that is achieved easily by this single adjuster right there. How simple is that? So I'm going to loosen these up. Well, first I'm going to check the toe-in. Just measuring from tread to tread. We'll replicate that front and back, and hopefully it's about 1/8 of an inch or maybe 1/16 of an inch. We'll see. Look at that. I don't have any cotter pins on my ball joint there. I'm going to put this thing up on a rack and go through all that kind of stuff. That can be a problem later on. Trust me. Ask me how I know. Okay, well, we just measured it and we're about 1/2 inch toed out. That'll certainly make it act all weird. You'll have a lot of Ackerman steering, which is great for a race car, but for a street car, it is just really weird. An 1/8 inch toe is what you want to shoot for. So, what size is this? Here we go. All right, well, one of the first things I need to address is this leaky power steering box. I am getting fluid, leaking out of the front here, and I have removed the front cover from this already. Here is the cover, and it actually wasn't that hard to do. I mean, I read online that you got to drop out the pitman arm and then push everything out the front, but you don't really have to. All you got to do, I'll put it here on the battery, is take your wrench, remove 3 of the 4 bolts here, and just barely have the last bolt hanging in there by just a couple of threads, so this plate has some play to it, and then start screwing this thing down. Okay, as it screws down, the plate's gonna pop up. When it finally hits the end of the bolts here, go ahead and remove the last of the bolts, hold this with one hand, and with the other hand, finish screwing the center bolt all the way in. Oops. And then the plate just lifts right off. So here is the updated gasket. The old one was just an O-ring that fit in that groove all the way around. So this new one is going to just sit in place. I don't know if it's a top side or not. I don't think so. Actually, this side here feels more thick, so I'm going to put that inside. So we'll do it that way. Okay. So yeah, the letters are going up, and I'm just going to set that in there, and we'll put this back on the power steering box. A wrench. Whatever did I do with that? Oh, I stuck it in my pocket here. And you're gonna slide it through here. There we go. Okay, so I'm unscrewing the bolt, which is making the screw come through the plate. You can see right here, I've got the tab on that gasket kind of bent over to help hold the gasket in place. Now you can see the screw coming out. That's what you want. I'm going to keep the plate lined up with the holes. And at some point, I'm going to be able to start my 4 screws again to hold the plate down. Okay, we're getting close. I bet that'll work. Okay. Anyway, so once you get the 4 bolts screw tightened, then you can tighten your screw in and reinstall your lock nut. So that's all it takes to change out that gasket. Easy. Alright, so I adjusted the Allen screw all the way down, snug, and then tightened the retaining nut around it. With a new gasket, this thing is good to go. So now I need to turn my attention to the speedometer. Okay, so this is my speedometer cable here, and look how tight it is. Because I put in this longer 4L80 transmission, my speedometer cable is a little bit too short. I don't know if I can loosen this up here. There we go. So I went on eBay. I'll say a little bit of a leak there. Hope that gets better with time. Anyway, I went on eBay and I bought myself a little speedometer extension cable. There we go. And all that is just this speedometer cable, 3/4 inch ends. One side is a male, one side is a female. And this is just gonna plug itself in right here. And I said I could only find 20-inch extensions. I really only needed maybe 10 inches. But it is what it is. Oh, that's tight. I guess that's right. Feels too loose though. Okay, so I need to get a wrench for that. And we'll just plug this guy in to figure out how we're going to route this. I'll probably just take the extra length and just kind of shove it up toward the front here and secure it up there somewhere. On this guy here, let's see here, how do I want to do this? Oh man, decisions, you know. Actually, I think I want to run this underneath this cross member here, then across. Yeah, let's do that. While I'm down here, I guess I'd go ahead and show you my monster 24-inch glass packs. I thought with that type of length being double what your average glass pack is, that they wouldn't be very loud, but they are loud. And you can also see this is a big diameter tubing too. It's a 2.5-inch exhaust pipe, so I think this is like a 4-inch tube. Could be 5. Maybe that's probably a 5-inch tube. So it's a good sized tube, but this thing is just crazy noisy. So yeah, I've got plans on trying to change that over. An H pipe is probably also in the works, because H pipes and X pipes will quiet down your exhaust as well. But I'll wait till I get this thing running and up on the list before I try to change this thing out. Alright, let's play it.
Hello everybody, we're here and we're gonna take this car for a test drive.
Yeah.
So buckle up and hang on.
Maiden voyage number 2. Here we go.
Ooh.
Woo. 60 pounds of oil pressure, alternators at 14. Fuel tank says empty, but I think we got gas. Alright, here we go. Let's see how it does. Up here, do our old-fashioned type seatbelts here.
This car sounds too loud. Do you have something to compensate for?
Nothing to compensate for. Just.
Are you sure? Nothing to compensate for?
Nothing to compensate for.
Okay. Okay.
All right, I'm buckled up with my lap belts. There we go.
Something is squeaking over here.
Yeah. Here we go.
Punch it!
Yeah, steering is still
funky.
kind of sketchy. Rebuild it. It felt pretty tight to me, but maybe it just needs to be rebuilt. That feels really weird. Yeah, it takes a lot of steering up to get this thing around the corner. Gotta really turn that steering wheel. I guess I could go with like maybe a crossover steering and a high ratio box.
I lost an eardrum. Oh!
It's still sketchy on the steering,
Oh my
I tell you. But that steering box is pretty well adjusted.
I think I just pooped my pants.
Oh man. I've got to get the steering sorted out. This is still crazy. Oh, what's that guy doing? Building a garage. Right there, the transmission did not want to downshift either. I'm not sure why. Idling kind of low. Come on, don't die. We made it back home. Woo! Oh, good. All right, here goes the gate. It's idling super low right now, about 400 or 500 RPMs.
And it died.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I put a new IAC motor on this thing, so I don't know why it's not adjusting the idle properly.
I think it wasn't film. I think we need to go back again.
So now it sounds fine. 700 RPMs.
We need to go back again.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
Let's turn around and take it back.
One more time.
Yes. I don't think it was filming anyway.
You were not filming?
I don't think so.
Come on. We gotta get it in the garage. We may not be able to put the truck there. I think we have to back another one up. All right. Let's see here. Are we filming? 6:44, 6:45. Yeah, it says it's filming here. So hopefully we got some video on that. Hopefully we got some audio. I know that truck was pretty loud there.
Don't film me.
Don't film you, but you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, second trip there. I guess we're back on the steering for the next episode because this is really sketchy. That's scary.
It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah. I think it's worse than a roller coaster. So. Alright guys, well if you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and also that subscribe button. I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.